You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Beyond the Gates fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for November 17th through the 21st. We've got Kat flaming Eva and Bill is suspicious. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button, and now let's get right into it with the action coming on Monday, November 17th, which is episode 173 of BTG. So Caroline is making herbal tea for Bill at the office and tells him Hayley's watching out for him, and Bill better not neglect her like he did Dani because Hayley won't put up with it. Later, Bill meets Jacob for coffee, and he tells his father-in-law he saw a text on Hayley's phone about birth control pills, and Bill says, yeah, he knows all about it. It's to get Hayley's periods on track so they can try again. And Bill's annoyed that Jacob and Naomi are hating on Hayley when Bill thinks that Jacob needs to take care of his own troubled marriage. And Bill asks if Jacob cheated, and he says, no, that's Bill's thing. Jacob warns Izaiah to stay clear of Hayley and tells him how she home-wrecked Bill and Dani. And Kat joins Hayley and tries to pick her brain about how to stop Eva from making moves on Tomas when she's already done it and is interested in someone else. So Hayley tells Kat that happy men don't cheat and she needs to fix what's broken so Eva can't slip into a crack. Jacob also tries to warn Izaiah about Eva and then takes off, and Hayley slides in next to Izaiah. And Hayley talks about how they've both been misjudged, so maybe they can be friends. And Izaiah says, sure, maybe, and leaves with Hayley's eyes all over him. Randy calls and Hayley tells him that she's hot for Izaiah and is on a side quest. But Randy says, focus, because Joey saw us on the casino cameras and grilled him because they each told a different story. And Randy says Hayley needs a better cover story to throw Joey off the scent. Kat's with Tomas and says she's going to chill out about Eva. Totally lying. She does some more lying and says she told Ted that Eva's a part of the family. And Kat says she's probably going to talk to Nicole because her mom found a way to forgive Eva. And Tomas says the doctor cleared him for sex after the whole broken pee-pee thing. And off they go to give it a test drive. Leslie shows Eva that she's got tickets for Winterfest she gets to hand out. And Leslie says only important people are going to get them. Mona is with Jan and says she'll never forgive Leslie, but Jan says she wasn't charged, so she's giving her benefit of the doubt. Jan really wants to go to Winterfest, but Mona doesn't have a spare ticket. Jan tells Mona some gossip that Ashley made a play for Andre after the Derek fake paralysis reveal, but he turned her down. Leslie's watching them gossip and is kind of jealous that she's not in the mix, and that's because of Mona. And Leslie tells Eva that she met Izaiah and he's hot. And the good news is now that Leslie has money, Eva can choose a man for love and not finances. Leslie gives Jan one of the Winterfest tickets and reveals she's in charge of the guest list. But then Peaches calls Leslie and something's wrong, so she runs out. Izaiah and Eva meet at Uptown, and he says he was catching up with his brother Jacob, and he brings up about Eva stealing Kat's man, and she goes, yeah, I hooked up with Tomas when he and Kat were on the outs, and Eva makes clear she's into Izaiah now, and he suggests they get out of there and go somewhere private. Tuesday, November 18th is episode 174 of Beyond the Gates, and spoilers say that somebody is leaning on Ted looking for him as a shoulder to cry on, and I'm betting it is Miss Leslie Dana that is trying to lean on Ted. So Leslie comes to see Ted, looks like, up at the office, and she says she doesn't know where else to turn. And Ted says Leslie walks around throwing matches and then is surprised when there's a fire. That's some cute dialogue right there. The family is uncomfortable with the punishment that is piled onto Samantha, so maybe Martin isn't quite done. And Izaiah gets closer to Eva and their connection gets hotter, so I wonder if she took him home with her. Somebody is watching when Sharon meets up with Vernon again, And this week, Anita asks Vernon what he's keeping secret from her, and she tells him her imagination is vivid, and Vernon tries to change the subject and says that Leslie's imagination seems more vivid. So I wonder if she's the one that was watching Sharon and Vernon. Plus, June has a serious heart-to-heart with Smitty that is long overdue. On Wednesday, November 19th, it's episode 175 of Beyond the Gates, and we've got Dani and Andre getting a delivery and then deciding something big about their future. So they are having rings designed, and they have an appointment for that this week, and they're swapping I love yous, and it's big stuff. Martin and Kat's feud keeps growing, and then it explodes. Also next week, despite what she was telling Tomas about trying to forgive her and saying she wants her in the family, Kat absolutely flames Eva and tells her that she wishes Leslie had an abortion, because if Eva wasn't born, everybody would be living their best life. I mean, that's some harsh words right there, no matter what. So, whew. Leslie tries to leverage a Dupree, and I wonder who she's trying to extort or manipulate. Plus, Ted has some hard questions for Eva, and I wonder if he's going to ask her about her hooking up with Tomas and the accusations Kat is making. Thursday, November 20th, it's episode 176 of Beyond the Gates. Naomi walks into the office right after Hayley doses Bill's tea with that drug. And Hayley saying to herself, she is closer to her $10 million payday, but I tend to think that Naomi doesn't hear her, because instead she apologizes to Hayley. So obviously Jacob is going to tell her that he told Bill about the birth control text, which Naomi didn't want to even get into that with her dad, but Jacob wanted to be a Boy Scout. And then Jacob, I'm sure, told her that Hayley's OBGYN prescribed it to regulate her periods. So this is just another case of Hayley outfoxing Naomi because she realized that she saw the text. So she got out in front of her and went to Bill. And she's always, a couple of steps ahead. Speaking of, Bill grills Naomi on Thursday about the cracks in her marriage, but she sidesteps his questions. Plus, Martin has to take a side when there is sibling rivalry. So probably it's Kat and Eva, or Samantha and Tyrell. Plus, Shanice has words with Leslie and puts her on notice. Shanice is quite sure that Leslie did try to kill Laura and did it on her hospital floor, and she's not having it. Peaches gets even sicker, and Ted helps her out. Then on Friday, November 21st, we're going to end the week on Beyond the Gates with Carlton making Nicole an offer. And I wonder if he's going to be her +1 to Winterfest. Other BTG spoilers have Anita giving strong words to both Eva and Leslie. And Vernon is making plans to meet in secret again, while Martin is looking for some advice from Grandpa Vernon, and Tyrell's plans for his future stun both his dads, Smitty and Martin.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.